This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando. Hey Star Wars Legion folks, thanks for checking back in on Dice Commando. So today I'm talking about the IG-100 Magnaguard, whose card was officially spelled by AMG yesterday, as the day I'm shooting this on Friday. It went up on their Twitter. No, their Twitter. So got that. I want to talk about that now. Just to put this in context, real quick. So we've known about the Kashyyyk wave, I think, since like January, February, something like that. By and large, we've largely known what was going to be in it. We saw Yoda, which we talked about here. We talked about the Wookiees as well. And then this week we saw some box art from some of the other stuff, kind of some unofficial spoils actually on the Asmodee website. So all that's out there. I don't like to do much speculation type stuff. I like to actually talk about what I'm excited about. The IG-100 Magnaguards are something that I am very, very excited about. They don't do quite what I was hoping necessarily they would do, but they still look really, really, really hot. So wanted to put something together, kind of give my thoughts on it, and see where we're at.
Crush them! Make them suffer!
Hey folks, thanks again for clicking and joining me today as I talk about the Magnaguard. So this is one of the units that when we first got the original spoils, I was very, very excited about, because I kind of thought that they were a unit that I had wanted to see, right? I thought that Grievous kind of needed them, just from maybe to even just like a flavor standpoint. But I thought it was, I don't know, I think it's going to be really cool to have like Grievous on the table with some Magnaguards around him. So let's go ahead and run down the unit card, and then we'll, like I mentioned in there, they didn't do quite what I was hoping they would do, but they still look pretty good. So 72 points for 3 minis, so 2 health, 2 courage. They have surge to hit, which is pretty good. They have a bunch of slots, which we'll kind of talk about that in a second. But AI dodge move, okay, interesting. I kind of thought maybe they'd have AI guard. Like, I guess it's not really an action, right? I guess so. Fair enough. In fact, that doesn't even make any sense. I don't even know why I said that. But so AI dodge move, but the dodge does let them take it. So they have charge, which is fantastic. Charge is super awesome for these guys. It makes sense, right? They can charge in, do the thing with their electro staff, 2 black dice, not too bad. They have Guardian 2, but only on commander, which is a little surprising. I think that they can't necessarily do it for an operative. But hey, I guess when you're paying the big bucks for your droid bodyguards, they can only the commanders can afford them, I guess. They are immune to pierce and melee, which is very interesting. They have retinue. So at the start of the activation phase, if you're at range 1 to 2 of from the commander unit, you gain one aim or dodge. It's pretty cool. And then unhindered, you ignore the effects of difficult terrain. Okay, comes up every now and then, sure. And then electro staff. So in melee, they get 2 black, and they have a range 1 to 2 precision laser dart. Black and white. So, like I hinted at, one of the things I was kind of hoping that they would do is, if you look at the Imperial Death Troopers in Krennic, right, he can basically bring another Death Troopers to the table. And I guess I was kind of, I knew it was going to be kind of odd, since, actually Krennic is the one that has that ability and not the Death Troopers. But I was kind of hoping that maybe there's going to be a backwards compatibility with the Magnaguards to Grievous to do basically that same sort of thing, right? It's entourage keyword is what I'm talking about, right? And I thought maybe they were going to have some sort of reverse entourage. It is interesting they can only Guardian for the commander units and not the operative units, but so be it. And then going through, so 72 points for these guys actually isn't too bad. It's really not. Now, we don't know the points of all the upgrades and stuff yet, right? So we saw this week that they have, it's just an IG-100 Magnaguards. They have just a normal personnel slot, but they don't, right? They have a heavy slot. So that's interesting. and then we'll have to see how this kind of fits out. So I'll go ahead and put the box up right now. So what's interesting about this is it comes with 3, and you have 1 heavy weapon slot. But there are 6 models in the box, or at least that's what we've seen. So there's really no, it looks legit. Like there's no reason not to believe it. So that's kind of odd, right? That there's more units. So we'll have to see how it all flushes out, right? Like, yeah, is there like an IG-100 Magnaguard bodyguard team or something, like a strike team, or like a strike team equivalent or something like that? That's kind of odd to me, right? So we have the electro whip or whatever, and then we have the basically looks like the rocket launcher. But then they also have the extra dude. So I kind of wonder how that all fits together. Like, can you somehow field 2 units out of this? I don't know. We'll see. But either way, like I said, working off of what we have, because we can go down speculation train all day long. Working off what we have, I think these guys are pretty good. Now, I don't want to bring too much of a hamper, because like I said, this was one of the ones that I'm going to buy Yoda. I'm probably not going to buy the Wookiees, and like I probably won't buy much of the Kashyyyk wave, but I was really looking forward to these guys because I think they'll be really, I was hoping they'd be really cool on the table. I think I'll definitely give it a box of these guys at least. I mean, probably a box, yeah. And then they can go with Grievous. I mean, you could do them with Dooku or whomever, but I think that with Grievous looks pretty strong, right? Because that's kind of one of Grievous's issues is like as he moves across the table, he has to get across the table. He takes a beating. He can do some pistol shots as he goes across the table, but you want to get that guy in. You want to get that guy in melee, and these guys can kind of move up with him and do it. And then let's not neglect the red dice, right? Red dice are red defense dice. I mean, are really strong, especially when you're taking hits for other people. So. I like this. I think I'm definitely picking up a box of these guys. Very, very excited to see how the upgrades flush out. You'd imagine the whip is probably a melee weapon. The rocket launcher is clearly not, right? So I'd imagine you're probably going to trick this out with at least one other upgrade that somehow, enhances melee or something like that. The rocket launcher with these guys is kind of odd, right? Because it looks like a rocket launcher to me, but I don't know. So, yeah, these guys are really excited. I'm definitely going to pick up a box of these guys. They'll paint up really nice. You can kind of do like I really like you basically will paint them up like a B2, or at least that's how they'll paint them up, kind of like a B2, where they're silver underneath, and then they have the cloak over top with the red eyes. I think they're going to look really cool on the table next to Grievous. I think it's going to be really awesome. So really looking forward to these guys. Without going through too much speculation, I think they look pretty good. And the AI dodge move is that's actually not too bad, right? Because a lot of times you're going to move anyway, or take a dodge, because if what you're trying to do is protect your big guy, I think those are both okay. So I don't know that that's too much of a penalty. We'll have to see, because remember they're special forces, so it's not. You can transfer B1s to them because they are a droid, but that ends your chain. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how the rest of the things come out. But I think these guys are looking pretty good. Pretty excited about them. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are excited about these guys as well. I know a lot of people are excited about the rest of the Kashyyyk wave. I'm not poo-pooing on it at all. It's just I already have a Gar army that I like, and I like to play it, so I don't have a need, at least today, for a bunch of Wookiees, but that doesn't mean that I don't think they're cool, right? So let me know what you're looking forward to coming up. I did hear that it's potential that we were supposed to see Yoda and the Wookiees at the end of August, which is this month already. Doesn't feel like it, but it's almost here. But I did hear that got pushed back. Shocker, right? We used to blame FFG for this stuff, but everything's the same. So, So anyway, let me know what you're thinking. Now, one of the things I haven't commented on yet is all of the what's going on with lead designers and all that stuff. I've wanted to take my time and do that, and kind of let some of the emotion, there's a lot of people that are emotional, which is completely reasonable. Kind of let some of that pass, because you guys know me, I'm always a practical type person, and my opinion is going to be well, if we look logically at what's happening, a lot of these are probably company-based decisions, and then we can try and figure out what's happening. So, I don't, with what Legion is selling, I don't think they're going to kill the game, right? So, but I've been part of dead games before, killed games before. So anyway, folks, like I said, we'll talk about that later. We'll probably get a beer for that one, and let me know how it's going. Even if you just want to pop in the comments and even if you just want to pop in the comments and say, hey, it's much appreciated. So talk to y'all later, and go Commando.